Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is a love reading for you guys. This is applicable for the first week of September 2018. This is an English version of my first week of September reading. So for those Filipinos that speaks Tagalog and understand perfect English, because I'm sure you do. This is for all of you. Okay, you got double points. You've got double stuff to watch on my channel. So this is applicable for singles, couples, and individual person who would like to find out what's the incoming love energy, or what's the insights and information, please, that you would like to let Pisces know. How will he or she understand his feeling towards the other person? Or please give us an insight, an insight of help on how are we going to resolve, or face the issues and worries when it comes to our relationship right now. Okay, so three card reading. Welcome to my new subscribers, and for returning viewers, for your likes and subscribe. Sorry, I'm just gonna shuffle this. I'm gonna take this card. And for private reading, please check the description box below. It's very affordable, and you can pay via PayPal, my website, and Western Union. Okay, so this is for you, Pisces. I felt like I'm ready to take another card. So Pisces, for you. So this is the first week of September, and I'm doing this last week of August. Um so I felt like, the last week of August energy is transiting to the first um first first week of September. Is You're a bit confused as we close off the month of August. You're feeling confused, or you got a person around you that could be confused or has an option. But let's look at the other card. Yeah, so someone around you is confused because it was fair. Yeah, someone you're dealing with, the King of Wands. The King of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it's in reverse. I don't like this when it's in reverse because it is a bit manipulative, okay? And the Hangman is in reverse as well. When Hangman is one of the major arcana. When the Hangman is in reverse and is in combination of let me just check. In combination with the Justice in reverse, because Justice is in reverse is lack of accountability. It's also dishonesty as well, or not having um a fairness when it comes to result. And if it in combination with the Hangman in reverse, this is indecision, or being this is self-sacrifice as well. So what I feel for you, Pisces, is that you keep you keep self-sacrificing yourself, or you're having an indecision. Like, what I sense in here is that the Pisces, this is two fish. One fish is gold. The sign of Pisces is a fish. It's one of my lucky charm. Fish is bounty. Fish is luck. Fish is knowledge as well. But the thing with the Pisces sign, it's two fish. One fish is swimming this way, the other fish is swimming that way. So you are indecisive in terms of what you want, because one mind or decision is one to go and one to go in this. Even your emotion is like that. This one emotion is going this way, one is this. Decision wants to go this way, the other one's that. So that's one of your weakness, Pisces, is that you swim, you like explore sorts of decision before you make a finality. In looking at your reading right now, it's one of those energy that I sense that you have having indecision because you don't want to be hurt the other person, or you don't want to get hurt. You want to self-sacrifice. If this is not you, this just describe a feeling of being being out of restriction, but indecisive. You know what I mean? That nothing is restricting you, but indecisive. Yeah, that's the sense. You're indecisive. Nothing is. whatever is something is not restricted, but you can't decide because you're dealing with the king of wands. The king of wands in reverse, it could be wands are energy, wands are emotions and passion. So wands could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But when it's in reverse, I don't like this, as I mentioned, when it is in reverse, because it is a person that it is a person that um does not really, it could be manipulative, but it could also mean that his feeling or her feeling towards you or towards this relationship is something that out of control, something that is not warm, something that impulsive, something that's straightforward but rude. Okay, so I felt like, this was in reverse. How is this? The hangman. Yeah, this is the reverse. This is upright. Sorry, this is reverse. Yeah, so I felt like the other way I see your message, Pisces, or your reading, Pisces, that there's no restriction. You have allowed. There's no restriction. Like there's no control. The message, I'm sensing is that there is someone around you that his her mouth is out of control. You are There's no restriction on the impulsiveness of this person, or it could be you, or something about high expectation as well. High expectation that it's somehow conflict on a restriction kind of thing. Yeah, it's so many of you watching. One of the highest viewers is Pisces, and yeah, there's something to do with it's no longer restricted, but you're dealing with a person that is impulsive, that is a bit ruthless, that has high expectation. You've allowed this person, you couldn't restrict this person. There is no boundary. You didn't give this person a boundary. No restriction. What I'm trying to say is that because you have not given this person a restriction, a boundary, that his her mouth and his thought, her feelings is has no control, has no stop, that he could just say or she could just say anything he wants, even to the point of hurting you. That's what I sense. And it's not fair for you. But again, it's going back to the fact that there's no restriction. You didn't impose a restriction on how you want this person to treat you. If this person is impulsive, has a high expectation, is a bit rude on how he or she talks to you, or how he or she deals with you, because you have allowed it to be like that. You didn't put a restriction, or it is a situation where he felt like, or she felt like, it was not a restricted kind of access. So I'm just saying what I want, even though I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to say this. And that's why the justice is in reverse, because it's not fair. It's not fair for you to receive this kind of treatment, this kind of verbal, possibly abuse, or verbal communication. It's not fair for you or her, whether it's you who's verbally abusing or not. This is like a weekly reading, but if someone is being a bit rude with you when on how they show their emotions, or on how they talk to you, because there was no restriction, there was no control, there was no stop and pause for this person. Okay, you have not imposed a rule, um some sort of a boundary. That's what I send. This person, his emotions, his attitudes, his communication, her emotions, her attitude is out of control, because you haven't set a boundary, you haven't set a restriction for this person to behave, and it's not fair. It's not fair for you if you are the one receiving this kind of treatment, or if you're behaving like this. It's not fair for the other person, around you, to be treated this way. So what I sense is that you've got to have boundary. What can you take and what can you receive? What is wrong and what is right? That. But I felt like we're dealing with a situation, a person that is out of control when he or she speaks. or when he or she shows emotion, or when he or she shows his her attitude. Sometimes when we are in a relationship and we get too complacent, especially the marriage kind of thingy, we get too complacent. We get, because when you are in a relationship, you don't have boundary, so you can just show attitude. And it's another reminder that, ups, this is not right. I cannot accept how you talk to me, how you behave on me, how you show your emotions on me, how you show your face, to how you make face with me. Okay, even though you love this person, you've got to set boundary. You've got to set some sort of rule on excuse me, on how this person could communicate with you. Even if it if it's mean that he has a point, he cannot verbally abuse you, he cannot give you this kind of emotions and tantrums, or you as well. So yeah, you felt a bit unfair, someone feel unfair because someone is impulsive, someone has no restriction the way he showed his or emotion impulsiveness. So that's the advice of the cards. So you've got to do some boundaries, set some boundary on how people talk to you, on what sort of emotions and conversations and language do you want to receive. Set some boundary. Um, the seven of cups is there as well, because when someone gives you impulsive attitude, emotions, whatever it is that you're dealing with, someone that is just imbalanced in terms of how they show their emotions, their love, they speak to you, it confuses you. It confuses you whether this is right or wrong. It confuses you. This is also an advice that if you're confused, don't make a decision. If you're confused, wait first, for things to settle. There's also another energy that I'm sensing here, and this is a confusion card, or you've got so many choices, but I felt like for this, for this reading, you're confused on what is wrong and what is right and what is acceptable in terms of communication and showing emotion and showing love, because you have not allowed some sort of boundary with this person or with this relationship. So that's the advice for you, Pisces. Set some boundary. You've got to have boundary in everything. You've got to set up some stuff that this is what I cannot accept. This is what I cannot. Okay, don't confuse yourself on what is right and wrong. You know what is good for you, you know what is not good for you. And if you're making decision, wait for stuff to settle down. Don't be emotional. But yeah, don't allow things to just happen or to speak to you like that in an emotional, angry, upset, impulsive, manipulative way. Set some boundaries, because it's not fair. It's not fair. And if you're confused, wait for things to settle down. Let everything, let all the information unfold, all the details, come out before you make a decision from this impulsive person, emotionally probably abusive, verbal. Don't know. It differs from differently, but this is the beginning energy of the September. Don't let anybody get into you emotionally, and abuse you verbally as well. It's the beginning of September. That's the energy that you want to set boundaries. And if you're confused, let things unfold. Let things clear out before you say something, before you make a decision. But yes, set boundaries. If you have been abused, you've been manipulated, if you've been dealing with people that giving you like on and off emotions, like you and I don't like you, and then suddenly out and then suddenly in, that's been happening in July and August month. Set some boundaries. I think the main message here is that set some boundaries. Restrict yourself from people that doesn't serve you what you want. Set some boundaries. Restrict yourself, because yourself is beautiful. You are one of the nicest, one of the loving signs in the zodiac. So have some boundaries, put some restrictions, because it's not fair, to be treated like that. And if you are confused, let things to come out, let details and facts to come out before you make a decision. So good luck to you, Pisces. And I hope this resonates with you. I hope you learn something, you get an insight that will be able to help you decide in terms of your daily love relationship. And see you soon again. And thank you for watching. For private reading, check the description box below. The prices, they're very affordable. And see you soon. Excuse me. See you soon. Bye bye.